Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Joy, and today, well, I should say tonight, this evening, we are getting our lives together. It's been a couple of weeks for me that I have not been on routine, and I want to kind of use this as a way to get back on routine. So I figured a nighttime routine would be a lot easier first than the morning routine, because if you have a good nighttime routine, it sets you up for a better morning. So I'm basically just taking you along with me as I practice this new habit, and I hope it inspires you as well to just like take a little bit more time and take care of yourself. I've been ripping and raving through these streets with my head cut off, and I'm just trying to get back to feeling like myself. So normally what I do when I come in, put my stuff away or whatever like that. So one of the things that I've been trying to practice as a part of my nighttime routine is to kind of have like a menu, kind of like basically option, like when you go to a restaurant you have options: appetizer, entree, dessert. So kind of like treat my nighttime routine like that. Like, of course they're going to be non-negotiables, but as far as like other things that I don't necessarily have to do but want to do, giving myself options. So the first thing I want to do when I come home, besides like, you know, putting my jacket away, is washing my hands. That's a non-negotiable. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Washing my hands is a non-negotiable, because first of all, we're still in flu season. People still getting sick, okay? And I just refuse to be knocked out by a cold. And one of the reasons too why I'm trying to get my nighttime routine together is because I need to get back on my fitness game. Okay, we fell out, but that's going to be in another video. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be alerted to all the other videos that I'm finna drop, because we about to, this is about to be a whole getting our lives together series. Okay, because I be danged if I leave 2025 and I achieve my goals. I'm just saying. And then what I like to do is now I like to literally change out of my outside clothes. I feel like that is such an important things to do, because it allows you to realize you are home. Okay, it allows your brain to switch off of work, school, all the running around you had to do, and get yourself to kind of like decompress. Like, this is the part where you want to decompress when you get home, because a lot of times we don't know the difference. We don't allow our brains to shut off. We don't allow our brains to relax, especially if you're a person that lives in a city and or you have a lot of responsibilities. You don't give your brain time to check out of one situation to check into another. You just literally go from beep, 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 and that causes such a delay. So it's so important to allow yourself to go through each, be intentional with be intentional with the changes that you do throughout your day. So if I am home, my body will know that I am home, and I can be more relaxed by me changing my clothes. So I like to change my clothes first, get into comfortable clothes. Also too, I'm practicing the habit of not allowing myself to sit in my outside clothes, like sit on my couch or my bed or whatever the case may be with my outside clothes, because again, hygiene, all the dust and the must and all this other stuff that be outside, let's just be honest, that's how you get sick. Okay, so yeah, so after that I do one of three things. And this is for decompressing. And I really feel like everybody should have that one thing that helps them to decompress. So what I decided that I'm going to do, that one is a non-negotiable, is journal. So that's an automatic. I journal. And then I have two choices that I can use to decompress. So after I do my journaling, and I encourage you to do journaling, just find the type of journaling that works for you. It took me a while to find what works for me, because you want to be able to empty out your mind. You want to be able to get the thoughts of the day out of your mind, and the worries out of your mind, or the joys out of your mind. And there's so many journal prompts that you could do, so you don't have to stick to one type of journal prompt. You don't have to stick to one type of journaling style. Right now I do the one-page style, where I journal for one page. And again, it could change day by day, but my minimum is just to journal for one page. And then on the other side of journal, I write down either the things that I want to see in the future as if it's already happening, or things that I'm grateful for. So recently I've been writing down the things that I want to see in the future. So that's what normally I do. After that, I decide one or two. We're going back to the menu. One or two things. Either I read or I play a game. Those are my two things that, as of right now, helps me to decompress, whether it's finding a book to read or playing a little game on my iPad. I feel like those are the two things that allow me to relax my mind. I don't have to think about anything. Like, I could just literally decompress. I could disassociate myself with everything that happened in the day and just kind of recollaborate recalibrate my mind, my spirit, and my soul. And those two things could be anything. I definitely encourage you to journal, but you should definitely also have two things you could pick when you get home. Because the crazy thing is sometimes when you get home, there's still so much going on at home. Like whether you have kids or you have work or you bring your work with you, like you need a moment to just breathe. And I feel like sometimes when you get home, you do not give yourself a moment to breathe. So it's so important to allow yourself to or else you're constantly going to find yourself burning out. So that's something that I started to incorporate. Having two options of the thing that can decompress. And the thing is, if TV is your option, then give yourself 30 minutes to an hour. Especially if you got other things that you want to do. You don't want to deprive yourself, but you also don't want to get into these bad habits. Get into these habits that don't allow you to, I don't want to say productive, don't allow you to get the most out of your evenings. Because that's another thing too. You're trying to create a nighttime routine that helps you that sets you up for the next day. Especially because this is one of those routines where you could do during the weekday. And on the weekends, it might be a little bit different. So if you are a person that has a 9-to-5, you go to school, you have a child, whatever the case may be, your weeks are busy. This is a great way to allow yourself to decompress, but still get the things you need to get done. So that way the next day is a little bit easier. So like playing a game is my choice today just because I haven't played my game in a long time and I love this game so much. I don't know if you play this game, but I highly recommend this game. It's so much fun. I don't know why. Like I've always loved matching games, but this is just like another level. And what's crazy is that I love this more than I love Candy Crush. Like it's hilarious. I don't know. So after I give myself about 10 to 20 minutes to play, I like to do a little 10-minute tidy, especially because like Sundays are my off days, so Saturdays I do mostly my meal prepping, but that's not what happened this week. So we did a bit of meal prepping last night. So I'm gonna do a little bit of 10-minute tidy. After the 10-minute tidy, I want to start cooking. So tonight I'm switching things up. I normally make like a curry, spinach, chicken stew, but I wanted to have okra today. This week. I don't know why. I was craving okra and I'm trying to practice not letting food go to waste. And I was supposed to make this last night, but the chicken got bad, which I hate when chicken goes bad so quickly. But it's because I forgot, thinking I was going to be able to meal prep everything last night. I left it in the fridge instead of putting it back in the freezer. So that's what made it basically spoil. So I had to buy chicken before coming home. I had to buy chicken before getting home. You know what's crazy? Some people don't like the sliminess of okra. Mind you, I actually do. That's always the difference between people who like okra and don't like okra. It's always the people say they don't like the texture or the sliminess of it. Mind you, I'm like, more slime better for me. I don't know, that's just me. But yeah. start cooking, I do want to unbox a few books that I ordered recently. Your girl has really been on some let's get our mind together, let's read, let's like I just want to be a better me, but also too I want to have fun. I feel like sometimes, especially right now, we've made getting back into reading so stressful. Online just been like, oh, if you're not reading certain type of books, then you're not learning. But at the end of the day, if you're reading, you're learning. Like, there's so many things I've learned from fiction books, not just like educational books or self-help books, and I feel like we need to get past that. Like, at the end of the day, whatever you like to read is what you like to read, girl. Nobody's stopping you from reading. Just read what you like stop putting all these pressures on people. Like, you don't have to read 50 books in a year. And then if somebody does read 50 books in a year, that's great for them. Why are you mad? Like, it's so funny because I feel like I've seen discourses all over TikTok about how some people don't believe that somebody can read 150 books. But it's like, if reading is their hobby and literally when they get home all they do is read, how's that impossible? Because think about it, it's kind of like when you come home and you binge watch a TV series. You're spending 2, 3, 4 hours just watching that show, and depending on the series, each episode is like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 45 minutes even. If you could binge watch a series, somebody could binge read. Like, it's not that hard. But anyways, I digress. So I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I bought 6 books. And that's another thing. Don't be on TikTok late at night watching these booktubers. I was watching Brit and her books. I realized I left the Bob's Burger one. I was watching Brit and her books, and she's the reason why I bought some books. It's not in this package, it's like the package before, but she got me back into the book buying habit. So it's her fault. I blame her. But she's so funny. Okay, so the first book I bought was The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. I want to collect all the classic books, like all the books that I heard about growing up, all the books that I was forced to read in high school that I honestly did not read, and The Bluest Eye was definitely one. I know I have on there Catcher in the Rye. I forgot one that was about like this old man and a younger boy, and the boy would visit him. If anybody knows what book that is, please comment below, because I'm really trying to remember the name and I can't remember the name. But it was an older guy and a young boy would visit him and basically write about his life story. I don't remember the book. Then there's another book that basically it was about a boy that lives in this society that was all gray, and the more he started to find out about the outside world, like the world, the more color would come into it. So those are the 2 books. To this day I'm trying to figure out what it is. Of course I could Google it, and I will eventually. I don't think to Google it in the time that I'm thinking about it. Like right now I could Google it, but I'm talking to you, so yeah. And then the other one that I got was The Great Gatsby. So these are 2 of the collector's items, my personal collector item books that I got so far. Hopefully the next one I want to get is The Catcher in the Rye and Animal Farm. Have you read Animal Farm? Animal Farm was another book. I don't know if it's in junior high or high school that we were forced to read. So yeah, those 2 books I believe is really about society, and I feel like it's just gonna be I'm just gonna learn more and be more aware of the themes that are going on in the book compared to the themes that are currently happening right now in society, because it's crazy. So those 2 books. Next book I got, this is more of an educational haul. I'm not even gonna hold you. This is very much an educational haul right now. I got the book Pray First by Chris Hodge. I've been wanting this book for like so long. And then I got Strangers to Ourselves, Unsettled Minds, and The Story That Makes Us. And it is by Rachel Avi. The next 2 books I got, psychology books. One is Emotional Intelligence, Why it can matter more than IQ, and this one is by Daniel Goleman. I've been having this on my list for like the longest, and I was just like, let me just go ahead and get this book and stop playing. And then the last one I got is actually about time management, 4,000 Weeks, Time Management for Mortals. I forgot who suggested it. It was a YouTube video that, I don't know if it was about I don't remember what it was about. That's a dang shame. Because it made me buy the book. Like, what? Anyways, those are the books I got recently. So it's like basically we're very much education. Like the last haul that I got, maybe I should share that haul. The last haul I got was fiction. I'm gonna share that actually. So these are the books that came the day before. You see, this is what I'm talking about. Mind you though, I haven't bought books in like 3 months since 2024. So well, I'm lying. I bought one book. I'm lying. But this is okay. So I got set. I'm trying to get into fantasy, and I figured, why not see, it didn't cost that much. See what it's doing. I got the third. This is either the third or the fourth edition of Jessa Hayding's series. This is Daisy Hates the Great Undoing, and it's basically a part of the Magnolia Park series. So I believe this is the fourth book. Mind you, I have not read none of them. It's not my fault. Like sometimes, you know what it is? Sometimes when it comes to series, I want to get the next books. Like I want to get not just book 1, but book 2, 3, 4. Just so that when I am binge reading, once this book is done, I can just jump into the next. It's kind of like when I binge watch TV shows. I do not watch any TV shows I don't watch any TV shows that don't have more than one season. Because if it's so good and I gotta either wait for you to get a season 2 or you just don't come back, or we got problems. Especially if you don't just come back. So I try my hardest 99.9% of the time not to watch anything that have only one season. And right now I'm mad at myself because I watched How to Die Alone recently, and I found out it's not coming back, and it was so good, and it's only one season. I'm dead about to just rewatch the first season because it was really good, and I'm really mad that I broke my own rule, but that show was so good and they're not bringing it back. Like, what? Anyways, let's get to this because we gotta cook next. The Air He Breathes by Brittany Cherry. I finished the mixtape. Oh, let me know if you want a book review about that because that book was so good. I read a few pages of this when I borrowed it from the library, so I decided to go ahead and buy it. And that's another thing, a great trick before you buy books, if you want to just borrow it from your local library, do that because then you also don't waste money. But either way, if you want to buy a book, you can buy a book. The next book I got is The Purpose-Driven Life. And I purchased this book because 1, this is the updated version. 2, I read this when I was in high school or junior high. And I marked it up, and to this day I can't find the actual book, so I decided to go ahead and purchase the new one. So I'll be rereading this, and it was very powerful when I read it, so I just felt like I needed to get it. And it's been on my list, another book that's been on my list for like a long time, and I was just like, let me just get it now. And then the last book I got is The Children of Blood and Bone, Tomi Adeyemi. I've been wanting to read this. I borrowed it from the library, read a few pages. It's also a movie is coming out, so I'm really trying to read all 3 books before the movie come out, because the movie is also gonna have some bad people in it. My favorite, Viola Davis, is finna be in it. I'm so excited. Anyways, all right, that's all the books I got in these last 2 days. Well, yesterday and today. So let's go ahead and start cooking. I am making okra stew. I'm making okra stew with chicken. I wanted to make curry first, but I think I'm just gonna make a concoction of the curry and the stew. I'm gonna make a concoction of, because normally with the curry chicken stew that I make, I put spinach in it, but I'm thinking about trying the okra out just to see, but I'm worried that the curry sauce itself might not taste good. So I'm gonna cook everything together with the okra first, and then see whether or not I should add the spinach and the curry sauce. Not gonna hold you though, I am a bit hungry, so I'm gonna warm up my cabbage soup that I made the other day, well, aka yesterday. It's a new recipe that I got from this one woman named Nana on Instagram. It was something that helped her lose weight, and I'm trying to get back on track with my weight loss. Like, I gained 3 pounds because of these last couple of weeks that I've just not been myself. So I'm just trying to get back on track and be a little bit more tighter with my workout routines, as well as my meals. So yeah, so I'm so hungry. So yeah, I want to do that, and then we're gonna go ahead and cook. So as the food is cooking, I have some homework I need to get done, so I'm going ahead and start that. I also want to place an Amazon Fresh order because I realized there's a few things that I need. I made cabbage stew, but I made it for the first time yesterday, and because I didn't really know how much chicken broth I needed, I only bought one. So I want to order that, as well as water, as well as yogurt, because apparently Amazon Fresh is the only place that will sell the yogurt for like $5.99. Everywhere else is selling it for like $10, $8.99, and I'm just like, ugh. So yes, I'm about to do that while everything is cooking. I'm making quinoa as well. I'm trying to limit refined carbs right now, so I'm not eating any like white rice, any like potatoes. Like, I'm really trying to cut back on certain things and just substitute it for things that makes more sense, especially because with the cabbage soup that I made, it's very imperative that I stay away from refined carbs. That was what was that was what's recommended when the girl shared her recipe, so I want to make sure I'm doing that. So yeah, let's go ahead and order some groceries and get some homework done. I have a French exam to do, so that's really what I'm gonna do first, and then maybe do like 2 more assignments before I finish up cooking and stuff. So yeah.